Philosophy of life. The whole philosophy of life, in short, if you want to say, it is Leela or the play. Because there is no reason or purpose of all these forms. Is that not so? What is being achieved by the ever expanding universe? What is to be proved and to whom it has to prove? And we individual are just nothing in the overall scheme of things. So it is nothing to prove, no purpose. It is all one energy appearing as many and expressing itself as many. So there is no second to prove anything or serve any purpose. It can only be Leela, the play of the things. Brahma Sutra says in 12.1.30, sarvopetā taddarśanāt. Moreover, the deity is possessed of all powers, it having been revealed thus in the Upanishads. The Supreme Brahman is the primordial cause, the creator, the sustainer, the destroyer, the witness, the enjoyer, the beneficiary, and the doer. It is the absolute and ultimate truth, endowed with the supreme energy, as extolled in the scriptures. And another Brahma Sutra says, Om Lokavatu, Leela Vakyam, Leela Kaivalyam Om 2.133. But creation for Brahman is a mere pastime, like what is seen in the world. The Supreme Brahman is creation and manifestation of itself as a reflection, is just a pastime. The truth is that entire creation is always in a state of unmanifest and is neither created nor destroyed. So the universe is neither created nor destroyed. And there is one marvelous talk by Aldous Huxley on Shiva, Nadaraja. When you think of the staggering symbols that Indians produced, I mean the dancing Shiva for example, we have never produced anything as comprehensive as this. The dancing Shiva, those little bronze statues. It is the Shiva with four arms, dancing with one foot raised. Well, I go into the details. They are really quite extraordinary. The figure stands with a great circle, a sort of halo, which has flames going on out of them. The symbol is of flame, and this is a circle of mass energy, space, time. I mean, this is the material world, the great world of all embracing material world with its flames. Within this, Shiva dances. He is called Nadaraja, the Lord of the dance, and he dances. He is everywhere in the universe. This is his dance, the manifestation of the world called his Leela, his play, his sense of rain upon the just and the unjust. And he is not beyond good and evil, of course. It is all an immense manifestation of play. Here's this long hair, which is the hair of the yogi, contemplative, and it streams out of the limits of the universe. Therefore, this sort of yogic knowledge of this contemplation includes everything. He has four arms. In the upper right arm, he holds a little drum, which is the drum which summons things into creation. You beat upon this drum, things come into existence. In his left arm, he holds fire, which is what destroys everything. He both creates and destroys. His lower right hand is held up in this attitude, which means be not afraid in spite of everything. It is all right. The other hand points down to his feet, and one foot is planted squarely on the back of a repulsive dwarf. This is infinitely powerful dwarf called Muyalaka, who is the ego, and he has to break the back of the ego. You see what is really pointing at this other foot, which is raised, and this means that the foot is raised against the gravitation and is a symbol of spiritual contemplation. The whole thing is there, you see. The world of space and time and matter and energy, the world of creation and destruction, the world of psychology. I mean, how do you get out of this? I mean, if you don't break the back of the ego, you are lost. And if you don't practice contemplation, there will be no liberation for you. I mean, we don't have anything remotely approaching such a comprehensive symbol, which is both cosmic and psychological and spiritual. So it is really most unfortunate that we have such miserable symbols. This is part of the regular Hinduism. That is specifically Shiva. And then one of the manifestation of those is called Bhairava of Shiva, who is also dancing, but he dances in symmetries to remind us that the dance of life is not always spiritually. I mean, that he dances just as much in misery and death as in the life in relation. This has to be accepted. And of course, again, it is only by the lifted foot that we can accept it. I mean, it is actually is in completely compatible with the modern scientific idea. I mean, it includes as a world as you see of mass energy, space and time, and the idea of infinite energy dancing timelessly and forever through this world, dancing through human mentality too. I mean, that the world is felt to be, of course, a kind of outrage because the play goes even inside ourselves. Although we are sentient and beings, yet the hand is raised. Everything is finally all right in spite of everything. If, as Buddha says, I show you sorrow in the ending of sorrow, the ending of sorrow is putting your foot on the back of the dwarf and raising the other foot against gravity into the state of contemplation. The whole thing is there, stated in the single extremely elegant. I mean, these Shiva images from the south of India are very, very elegant. They are of the most beautiful pieces of sculpture, the best of them. And listen here. I have given a link to the YouTube video. This is a beautiful thing told by Aldous Huxley. If you want some scientific way of looking at life, then you can read What is Life by Erwin Schrödinger. Okay, life is that, a Leela, a play. That's what the Upanishads say. That is what Bhagavad Gita says. That is what the Aldous Huxley and others are telling. And Brahma Sutra says that, which we have quoted. So, thank you.